So already I'm getting up to make coffee.
Okay. Well, we all got time to let them join in and share it. I'm going to share it also.
Heroin. Yeah, let's go there. All right, there it is. Nothing's gonna work today. There we go. Oh.
Said.
Live on YouTube. There you go. That works.
Good morning.
Good morning. You're
YouTube.
not even in it.
We have one.
No, look at. Do you see me? Hi, me.
Hi.
There. You'd like to turn it a little bit. There you go. I have coffee.
I have coffee as well.
My name's Toby.
And my name is Toby also. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Morning, everybody. How are you
So-
doing today? I guess we're in Psalm 6
Yeah, I think so. I believe so.
today. Do you want to open up in prayer, or do you want me to?
Sure. Lord Father, we come to you today, and I ask you for you to humble us, and may you let us speak your word accurately, and may you have whatever you have for us today. May you put it in our hearts, and let us keep it today. Be with us today while we speak, and let us speak accurately. In your word, Jesus, I pray. Amen.
Amen. Amen. All right. So, I'll start it with 6, I guess.
Yeah.
O Lord, do not rebuke me in your anger, or discipline me in your wrath, but be merciful to me, Lord, for I am faint. O Lord, heal me, for my bones are agony, my soul is in anguish. How long, O Lord, how long? Turn, O Lord, and deliver me. Save me because of your unfailing love. No one remembers you when he is dead, who praises you from the grave. I am worn out from groaning. All night long I flood my bed with weeping, and drench my couch with tears. My eyes grow weak with sorrow. They fail because of all my foes. Away from me, all you who do evil. For the Lord has heard my weeping. The Lord has heard my cry for mercy. The Lord accepts my prayer. All my enemies will be ashamed and dismayed. They will turn their back in some disgrace.
Wow.
So what's sticking out to you on this? I'm going to pull up some commentary. This is pretty actually.
Sounds like a poem.
Sounds like a poem?
Yeah, it has a lot of emotions.
That's all you're getting from it is a poem?
No.
What you getting from it?
It's pretty strong. It sounds like whoever wrote this, I believe it was David.
Yeah, it's David.
David. It sounds like David was in a hard time with this being, and kind of sad, and he's asking him to deliver him.
Listen, you know.
He says that his love is unfailing, like God's love is unfailing. Unfailing love.
Well, I know a lot of people out there that say that they've tried crying out to the Lord. They tried praying to the Lord in their hardest times. And it's like the Lord didn't answer them. And sounds like a plea right now from David, where he's going through this hard time at the beginning of this, and he's looking at the Lord to help him, and he acts like the Lord didn't answer him. But this is also a point too. You sit here and read, "O Lord, heal me, for my bones are in anguish, my soul's in anguish." When we start looking at all the bad and just look at for bad, all we're going to see is bad. So it's just going to keep on building up. I got this pain, and then I got this pain, and then I got this pain, and then this happens to me. And why is this all doing it? Lord, why are you letting it happen?
Well, yeah. I like this little commentary after 6:6 right there. It says, pouring out his heart with tears, David was completely honest with God. We can be honest with God even when we're filled with anger or despair.
Huh?
Because God knows us thoroughly and wants the very best for us. Anger may result in rash outward acts or turning inward into depression, but because we trust in our all-powerful God, we don't have to be victims of circumstance or being weighed down by the guilt of sin. Be honest with God, and He will help you turn your attention from yourself to Him and His mercy.
That's right. That's what I was trying to get to too. Do you understand what I just said?
Yeah, if you be honest with Him, He'll help you turn. If you ask for it,
You know what?
He'll help you. You ask completely. Be honest with Him. It will be done, and He will help you come back, and He'll grab a hold of you. It's kind of like asking Him to be your savior in a way.
What happens when we start focusing on everything bad? Like Jay was doing.
We get kind of devoured by the evilness.
Yeah. All we see is bad.
If you look at Judah,
and it takes us. What?
On how he got devoured, by saying completely destroyed him, and he betrayed Jesus and stepped away, and then that's what happened.
That's what happens. Okay.
Take God.
But a lot of people, it happens to us.
Yep. One of the most important things that. Wait, never mind. I was thinking of a different Psalms part of it. It's the next one, actually. Lord, my God, I take refuge in you. As what?
So when we start focusing on bad, and we keep on finding bad things, and we start complaining about everything and stuff, it actually pulls us away from the Lord, because we're like, Lord, why are you letting this stuff happen for us? It ain't the Lord that's letting it happen.
Yeah.
The Lord gives people free will. Most of the time when bad things happen is because of it's another negative person and making them happen, or something in your life and stuff. And we let the negative pull us away from the Lord. And this is basically what your book was telling you, your commentary was saying, is David went back to the Lord and focused on the Lord. And he remembered what the Lord's done for him. And the hardest time actually to be a witness to Christ is to praise Him through the storm. There's a song called Praise Him Through the Storm. We have to praise Him through the bad.
Oh, yeah. 9, 10.
Did you have a favorite verse in this song?
Yeah. Probably 4. Turn, Lord, and deliver me. Save me because of your unfailing love. Or it could be 9. The Lord has heard my cry for mercy. The Lord accepts my prayer.
It's awesome, isn't it?
Or even 10. I can go on and on. I like all my enemies will be overwhelmed with shame and anguish. They will turn back and suddenly be put to shame.
Wow.
Sounds
I
rush.
like 9 too. So
Rough, but
question: have you ever worried about your health, prayed for healing, and not received, or been sick with grief? How so? Yeah, I was sick for a long time, and it took God that long. Took years to heal me because it was actually making me. It was making me who I am. It made me grow. It made me, and I can bring it as a testimony of what I've been through on it. It was so. Sometimes the pains to strengthen you and to become your testimony.
oh yeah. I've got this thing over here.
Okay.
This commentary says David accepted. It's verse 6:1 and 3. It says David accepted God's punishment, but he begged God not to discipline him in anger. Jeremiah also asked God to correct him gently and not in anger. Jeremiah 10:24. David recognized that if God treated him with justice alone and not with mercy, he would be wiped out by God's wrath. Often we want God to show mercy to us and justice to everyone else. God is in kindness forgives us instead of giving us what we deserve. Just imagine if he gave us what we deserved.
Yeah. All right. So let's see if I got any other good commentary on this thing.
Hosea 6:1. I don't know what that says. Come, let us return to the Lord. He has torn us to pieces, but he healed us. He has injured us, but wow.
So let me read this part. Weeping has a voice before God. It isn't that God is impressed by emotion displays, but a passionate heart impresses him. David wasn't afraid to cry before the Lord, and that God honored the voice of his weeping. Is it not sweet to believe that our tears are understood even when the words fail? Learn to think that tears are like liquid prayers. Liquid prayers.
Yeah. Wow.
Stuff down.
I've got something rough.
Okay.
Maybe rough. It's for Psalms 6:2. Have mercy on me, Lord, for I am faint. Heal me, Lord, for my bones are in agony. And then it brings me to Hosea 6:1. Come, let us return to the Lord. He has torn us to pieces, but he will heal us. He has injured us, but he will bend up our wounds. I think it's crazy on like how it's like kind of like a discipline thing. We do this and then we pray and it gets back. It's crazy.
Alright, so you want to do one more?
Yeah.
Alright, some summons?
Mm-hmm.
We'll do one more.
Mm-hmm.
Did you want to read it?
Mm-hmm.
Or you want me to read it?
I'll read it. You want me to go?
Yeah.
Lord my God, I take refuge in you. Save and deliver me from all who pursue me, or they will tear me apart like a lion and rip me into pieces with no one to rescue me. Lord my God, if I have done this and there is guilt on my hands, if I have repaid my ally with evil, or without cause have robbed my foe, then let my enemy pursue and overtake me. Let him trample my life to the ground, and make me sleep in the dust. Arise, Lord, in your anger. Rise up against the rage of my enemies. Awake, my God. Decree justice. Let the assembled peoples gathered around you, while you sit enthroned over them on high. Let the Lord judge the peoples. Vindicate me, Lord, according to my righteousness, according to my integrity. O Most High, bring to an end of the violence of the wicked, and make the righteous secure. You, the righteous God, who probes minds and hearts. My shield is God Most High, who saves the upright in heart. God is righteous, judge a God who displays his wrath every day. If he does not relent, he will sharpen his sword, he will bend and string his bow. He has prepared his deadly weapons, he makes ready his flaming arrows. Whoever is pregnant with evil conceives trouble and gives birth to disillusionment. Whoever digs a hole and scoops it out falls into the pit they have made. The trouble they cause recoils on them. Their violence comes down on their own heads. I will give thanks to the Lord because of his righteousness. I will sing in praise of the name of the Lord Most High.
I'm not that crazy one.
Yeah, that is, and that's gonna be a tough.
Tough.
There's some strong things he's saying.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, what's the strong things? Then let's hear it.
It kind of goes to like the armor of God. Kind of sounds like it, right?
What, the shield?
The armor of God.
Number 10, my shield.
Yeah, my shield to the sword and to everything. My shield is God Most High, who saves the upright in heart.
My defense is of God. David knew that his significant disadvantage before his enemies and had to rely on the only defense that he could. It was God. He, with his trust in God, David threw off his slanders, and like Paul with a viper on it. And that's right.
Right, I got it.
Actually, I like that saying, so.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead.
No, you go.
On it. How many times we get in something we try to sell it ourselves or, try to fix it ourselves?
Yeah.
There's only one that can fix it. And he's going to fix it his way anyway. You know what I'm saying? We get ourselves all stressed out and we fall apart when we don't have control of stuff.
Yeah.
On it. And you get this peace when you say, put God as your defense. I like that one. That was one of them that I liked.
Yeah, I have this little thing down at the bottom. It says for verse 5 at the end. It says that unnumbered words, Selah. So you would read it like this: Then let my enemy pursue and overtake me. Let them trample my life to the ground and make me sleep in the dust, Selah.
Yeah. So this is kind of interesting. In the beginning of this, O Lord, my God, I take refuge in you. Save me and deliver me from who pursue me, or they will tear me apart like lions. O God, if I have done this, and there is guilt on my hands, if I have done evil to him, and is at peace with me. I like this part because it's actually David acknowledging that, maybe I did something here. And if I did, help me fix it. And a lot of times when we get in a conflict, we automatically point fingers and blame somebody else. not realizing that, hey, maybe we did something on it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it was us. Because, brother, most of the time, back before I was saved, and even still sometimes now,
Mm-hmm.
most of the time when I have a problem, it's because it's my own stupidity and my own bullheadedness, my way, instead of God's way.
Mm-hmm.
And we forget that. We automatically think, oh, we're Christians, we're doing it the right way. We ain't doing it the right way. Sometimes we put ourselves in it.
Yep. I've got some commentary here. It says 7:1-6. Have you ever been falsely accused or so badly hurt that you wanted revenge?
Okay.
Not anymore. Slightly or wanted revenge. David wrote the Psalms in response to slanderous accusations of those who claimed he was trying to kill Saul and seize the throne. 1 Samuel 24:9-11. Instead of taking matters into his own hands and striking back, David cried out to God for justice.
Yeah.
The proper response to slander is prayer, not revenge, because God says it is mine to avenge, I will repay. Romans 12:19.
Yeah, that's good.
See also Deuteronomy 32:35 through 36 here. Hebrews 10:30. Instead of striking back, ask God to take your case, bring justice, and restore your reputation. And then I'm going to go on to 7:9 commentary for 7:9. It said, God probes minds and hearts. Nothing is hidden from God. This can be either terrifying or comforting. Our thoughts are an open book to Him. Because God knows even our motives. We have no place to hide, no way to pretend we can get away with sin. But that very knowledge also gives us great comfort. We don't have to impress God or put up a false front. Instead, we could trust God to help us work through our weakness in order to serve Him as He has planned. When we truly follow God, He rewards our effort.
Isn't that pretty crazy? Are you getting all that?
Yeah.
It's an amazing concept, because how many people right now are out working a job and they brag that about something better, or they're not happy with the job that they have, or or their life. That way too. And in the world right now, we have a concept of the grass is greener on the other side. People are always looking for
a better life.
Yeah.
A better way out.
And the funny thing is the more that I walk my path with God and give Him control,
completely obey,
He takes my day and make it better. He's the one that does it. He makes it. It's not something that I control. I'm supposed to just give my day to Him. And say, Lord, this is you got it. I'll give you the day. And then I'm expecting God to make it better, or make it His will, and He'll be putting people in my path and stuff like that I'm supposed to be talking to, or I'm supposed to be, how can I say it? When you go in to the grocery store to get a gallon of milk, you're just looking to go get that gallon of milk. If you look and say, well, God, I'm going to go get a gallon of milk, I'm going to give this to you, use me, then you're looking for God to use you while going to get a gallon of milk, and you might be witnessing it to somebody. It's your perspective on how much time you give God in your life. And you can take that with your family. God, I give you my family. I give you my family. You protect them, you guide them, you love them. And you just sit back and let the miracles happen. And pray. And pray hardcore. Because that's the one thing I'll tell a lot of where we fail at is we don't pray enough. And God answers prayer. Yep.
I got something for 7:15. It says, "Whoever digs a hole and scoops it out falls into the pit that they have made." It brings me back to Job 4:5.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
And it says 5. It says, "But now, wait, hold up. 4. Is that 4:5? No, 4:8. My bad. 4:8. As I observe those who plow evil, and those who sow trouble reap it."
Yeah.
Job saying it. Cool, right? It also brings me back to Job into 7:14. No, never mind. I'm not gonna read that.
So let's read some questions. I love that one too, by the way. He digs a hole and scoops it out, falls in the pits he has made. And that's the thing about it, is a lot of times we don't realize that we dig our own pits and our own holes. And when we fall in them, we like to blame everybody else.
I'm gonna grab a highlighter real quick.
You're going to highlight that?
I like
That's pretty good, huh?
I like some stuff in this.
Yeah. Most of the time in life, and this is just regular, I can look back. It was me digging that hole. Not God. It was me. It was my will. It was I dug the hole. It's the same thing. It's a concept, and I tell this all the time to everybody I run into that has problems with addictions and stuff. On it is that you give that inch, you go back to that habit just a little bit, it just becomes bigger and bigger and bigger. It's like digging a hole, and as soon as you know it, you're back in that hole and you can't get out.
There's so much that I like on here for sure.
On it, it's the same thing with lust. On it, one glance, two glance,
keeps on going,
and it just keeps growing. On it, yeah.
Oh, I got some stuff that I want to hit on right here. It's the Psalm 7:10-13 real quick.
Okay.
It says, "My shield is God Most High, who saves the upright in heart. God is a righteous judge, a God who displays his wrath every day. If he does not relent, he will sharpen his sword. He will bend and string his bow. He has prepared his deadly weapons. He makes ready his flaming arrows." I really wish I had commentary on it, but I don't.
Oh wow.
I don't.
Which one?
10-13.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you just don't gotta pick one. You're on 10 through 13 Mendes verses.
Yeah.
So we'll do the dig hole there.
I just think it's really strong. It relent if he does not relent.
Is that really cool? Let's see here. Do I got this? His violent dealing shall come down on his crown. Two examples among many other Bibles are the faith of the human, and Daniel and the lion's den. Okay, let's keep going. Falling into a ditch which he had made. This shows a common method of God's distributing of justice. He often brings the same calamity on the wicked that they had planned for the righteousness. So, what we think is we're doing sometimes when we think we're doing what we want, and that ends up digging deeper. God is righteous. The way of the wickedness cannot prosper. It creates its own destruction. The pit is digged. The grave of the man who digs it.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't that crazy?
Wow. Yeah.
On it.
This.
How many times do I know people that say, "Oh, you know what? I got this. It's my way.
Yeah.
I got life all under control." And then on the inside of them, they're falling apart.
Yeah. Wow.
This is but the highly metamorphic way of saying that a sinner never does what he means to do. But that at the end of all his plans is disappointment.
Verse 16 kind of goes back to that the charcoals on the head, not the what is it? It's like not the charcoals.
It's verse 16, yeah. The trouble.
The violence comes down to their own heads.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
What is that? That.
Oh, yeah. This one's just worded different. On it.
Oh, it says the trouble they cause recoils on them. Their violence comes down on their own heads. It's like what are those? You say it all the time. Not charcoals, but the
ambers.
The ambers.
Or they're being burning heaps of burning ambers on their head.
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
On it, God says, don't repay
evil
for evil.
Oh.
Pay evil for good, because it's like throwing burning ambers on people's
Yeah,
head.
it's saying their violence comes down on their own. You cause violence comes back.
And,
it's on your head.
Yep.
There's a reason why you hit your head on that door.
Yeah. And I'm going to read some questions because it's getting past half an hour.
Yep.
I'm going to call this one a little quick one because there's churches going on.
6 and 7, right?
All right, 6 and 7, yep. How have you felt falsely accused? How did David appeal this case?
Mm-hmm.
If the content of your prayers from the last month were analyzed, how much concern for injustice would you find? But I'm taking that a step further. If your content, your prayers for last month were analyzed, how much was it God's will instead of your will? How much is it begging for God for something that you want instead of what God will want?
Mm-hmm.
How many times do you thank Him for His blessings in your life? Would you want God to judge you according to the righteousness of the integrity of your heart? What do you think on that question?
It's rough.
It is rough because, the world creeps in sometimes without you even knowing. And you got to keep yourself analyzed.
Yeah.
A lot of people instantly will be like, yeah, judge me. I'm doing good. Yeah. But are we? Are we doing what God wants? One of the hardest things right now, God's opened a new door for me. And I'm meeting so many people that I've never talked to in my life right now. Never met them before. And they're not Christians, they're not nothing like that. But it's just a tremendous witness spot. But the problem is, it's getting over that hump and letting them know that what God's done in your life.
There is a salvation also.
And or do you fall because I'm the new guy and stuff like that and stuff, or do you fall in the pit and try to act like they do and stuff? And you got to go above and beyond. You bring God wherever you go. You wake up, you bring them your home, your house, your family, your friends, everywhere, your workplace. You bring them into church, and that's something, another thing is that we don't even bring them to church. As Christians, we go into church, we don't think that we're going in there for us. Let's go, let's hear music, and that's good. But we're there to encourage people too. We're there supposedly to lift people up too. God calls us to lift people up. and we'll sit there and stick in our own cliques, or we'll do our own thing. And there's people that will come in and people that never even get talked to. Got it. Would you want God? I got that one. What pit of your own making have you fallen into lately?
What?
What pit of your own making have you fallen into lately?
Kind of falling away, yeah.
Mine's kind of busyness is taking me, busyness right now. There's so much going on, and I'm trying to keep it all going, and let God have it and stuff. But
I help out with like people, and I don't think the work's for God because I know it's not.
God's taking this time to make stronger Christians stronger and show where God is in your life. And the thing about it is a lot of people think this coronavirus on it, and they're not taking what it's for. God wanted to be in the center of our house, our hearts, our things, and He's bringing it back to Him. And a lot of Christians are failing, and they're actually giving up because they're not going to church. They're not in church events. They don't do the home studies. They don't do talking to God. They have no relationship. And I see it so much on my Facebook or talking to people on it, is that people are lost. And we need God. We need Him in our hearts. We need Him in our homes. And for what aspect of God's character are you especially thankful today?
Mercy.
Mercy. I was hoping you were saying that. And grace.
Grace and mercy. Yeah. Mercy and unfailing love, man.
Mercy and grace. Gotta
Mercy,
love
grace,
it.
unfailing love.
No matter how bad we are, He still does. You're God.
Without the unfailing love, we wouldn't have His mercy or grace.
I'm with you. I'm with you, my friend. Thank you for this amazing Bible study. Hit the spot on it. Everybody have a glorious day. Like I said, Texas. Okay. On it. My life's changing a little bit. God's fun me, so please text me. Do not call me because it's harder for me to speak calling wise right now for a little bit. So text me some messages. Send down the messages if
you can text me. I can answer
on it and stuff.
I'm always free sometimes.
We're always there. I always want to help. And you guys have an amazing day. Please watch the church services going on today. There's a bunch of them. I'm on Facebook. You can't miss them. All right. I'm going to praise God. Lord, thank you for this amazing day that you have ahead of us. This beautiful ray of sunlight coming through this window. Listen to know that you are around us. You are with us every second. We take so much things for granted, Lord, of what you do for us. You give us everything. Our family, our house, our love, our protection and guidance. Be with everybody's watching this and their family. Protect them from this COVID virus going around, and open their hearts to you and draw them close and build their faith. Fill them full of Holy Spirit, and let them find love in their heart for you. Let them go closer in a relationship with you. And Lord, do the same for us and our family. And be with this government, Lord. We've gone so far away from you. Put you as a foundation in this government, every branch, so we can get back to you. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Have a glorious day.
I'm getting old. I can't.